Welcome back to the battles between Cyborg Superman versus Vision and who will win. Before we dive into the analysis, please remember to subscribe to my channel to support me. Thank you very much.
Cyborg Superman, or Hank Henshaw, was initially just an astronaut from Earth, a brilliant scientist with a bright future, but everything collapsed in a terrible space disaster. The accident claimed the lives of the entire crew, and Henshaw himself lost his physical body, erased from the visible world. Death wasn't the end. In his final moments of despair, Henshaw transformed his consciousness into a pure energy form, merging with technology and machinery. From here, he became a digital entity capable of controlling and restructuring technology at will. This was the turning point that transformed him from a human into a villain. Upon discovering Kryptonian technology related to Superman's reincarnation process, particularly the birthing matrix and his DNA sample, Henshaw exploited it all to create a new body. The result was the birth of Cyborg Superman, a distorted, cold, and vengeful clone. No longer human, he became a distortion of technology and resentment. Henshaw's hatred for Superman was not merely animosity. He believed that Superman indirectly caused his tragedy, transforming personal pain into a destructive motivation. This made Cyborg Superman not just an enemy, but an accusation and a pursuer of Superman. In famous arcs like Reign of the Superman and The Death of Superman, Henshaw played a central role in manipulating public belief, even being once considered the real Superman. The height of his brutality was when he destroyed the entire city of Coast City, causing millions of deaths. Hank Henshaw possesses almost all of Superman's abilities. His superior strength, extraordinary speed, flight capabilities, and near indestructible durability allow him to directly confront colossal forces like the Mongol or even Darkseid. Cyborg Superman is not just a copy, but a dangerous variant capable of exceeding control. He also possesses all the characteristic abilities of a Kryptonian: heat rays that can incinerate anything, a freezing breath capable of instantly freezing a target, and enhanced senses that allow him to see through objects, detect radiation, and observe at a microscopic level. These abilities make him a perfect fighting machine, simultaneously attacking and controlling the battlefield with absolute precision. However, the most terrifying aspect of Cyborg Superman lies in his ability to manipulate technology. When his consciousness exists as digital energy, he can infiltrate, take over, and restructure virtually any mechanical system. From advanced devices to alien technologies like the Green Lantern Corps rings, Manhunter's technology, or even the Warworld universe, everything can become a weapon in his hands. His regenerative abilities and near immortality make Henshaw an endless nightmare. Even if his physical body is destroyed, his consciousness persists, ready to take over any machine to regenerate. He can shapeshift, stretch his body, absorb energy, and even create weapons directly from surrounding technology. Cyborg Superman also possesses the ability to unleash extremely powerful energy, especially when combined with the power of the Sinestro Corps. Having joined this force, he harnessed the power of fear to amplify his firepower. Another notable point is his extremely high level of magic resistance. Powerful mages like Dr. Fate or Zatanna are almost powerless against him. Combined with his genius intellect and access to vast databases on a cosmic scale, even reaching the lower reaches of the multiverse in some interpretations, his speed can far exceed the speed of light, while his durability is nearly limitless thanks to his digital immortality. In Reign of the Superman and The Death of Superman, Hank Henshaw pulled off one of history's most audacious deceptions. He appeared in a near-perfect replica of Superman, leading the world to believe the symbol of hope had returned. But behind that facade lay a ruthless plan. Henshaw successively overpowered the successors like Superboy, Steel, and Eradicator, before joining forces with Mongol to turn Coast City into ashes, claiming the lives of millions. Cyborg Superman also confronted Superman directly on several occasions. These encounters were often evenly matched, and at times he even pushed Superman to the brink of death with kryptonite radiation. Without Eradicator's sacrifice, the outcome could have been entirely different. In Sinestro Corps War, he further escalated the threat by joining the Sinestro forces. Using the power of fear, he not only fought, but also infiltrated and took control of numerous rings belonging to the Green Lantern Corps. This action paralyzed an entire cosmic defense system, allowing him to easily defeat many Lanterns and even challenge the Guardians. Henshaw showed ambitions far beyond those of a vengeful Avenger. He collaborated with Doomsday, confronted and temporarily defeated Darkseid, then built his own warworld as a symbol of his power. Cyborg Superman. He recreated dead Kryptonians, infiltrated the central power battery, and survived countless instances of his body being completely destroyed. Even when torn apart or blown up, he returned, colder and more dangerous than before. He also didn't hesitate to defeat a range of heroes, from the Teen Titans to members of the Green Lantern Corps, as if to assert that no limits could bind him.
Remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and turn on notifications to watch the latest videos. Thank you very much.
Now, we'll talk about Vision. Vision was created as a weapon of mass destruction by the ruthless artificial intelligence Ultron. As a synthezoid, a combination of android and biological structure, he was programmed to serve the goal of destroying humanity. But instead of becoming a subservient tool, Vision chose his own path. He rebelled against his creator, rejected his predetermined fate, and sided with mankind. Vision joined the Avengers and gradually became one of their most important members. Not only does he possess superior artificial intelligence, but he also has the ability to learn, adapt, and develop emotions like a real human being. This makes Vision not simply a thinking machine, but an entity constantly searching for the meaning of his own existence. The relationship between him and Scarlet Witch is not just a romantic story, but also proof that an artificial entity can touch the most genuine emotions. Their love story is both beautiful and tragic, reflecting the internal struggle between reason and emotion, between his mechanical nature and his yearning to be human. Vision possesses the ability to manipulate the molecular density of his body, allowing him to become invisible, pass through matter, or increase his weight to generate immense strength. This is one of his most versatile abilities, enabling him to adapt to any combat situation. Combined with his superior intellect, Vision is not only a warrior, but also a crucial strategic brain of the team. However, what makes Vision special is not his strength, but his role as a bridge. He represents the harmony between technology and humanity, between cold logic and warm emotion. In a world where machines are increasingly dominant, Vision reminds us that the value of life lies not only in physical structure, but also in the ability to feel, choose, and sacrifice. As a superior synthezoid of the Avengers, he possesses a diverse and highly tactical set of abilities. Vision's ability is to manipulate molecular density. He can make his body invisible, passing through matter like a ghost, or conversely, increase his density to a super hard level, transforming himself into a nearly indestructible mass. When, at his maximum state, Vision's physical strength and durability skyrocket, enough to confront formidable opponents like Wonder Man, or even a weakened version of Thor. Vision also possesses incredibly formidable energy manipulation abilities. The stone on his forehead allows him to unleash beams of thermal energy with tremendous intensity, capable of melting metal in an instant. Simultaneously, he can absorb and transform energy, allowing him to sustain himself continuously during prolonged battles. Vision has an absolute advantage in interacting with mechanical systems. He can connect to, infiltrate, and control complex networks, having even confronted and surpassed Ultron in the digital dimension. Vision is virtually unbound by biological needs. He doesn't need to breathe or eat, and can survive in the harsh environments of space. His perfect memory allows him to retain and analyze information with absolute precision. When in his phase-shifting state, he is almost immune to fire, sound, and toxins. Vision can even use this ability to penetrate his opponent's bodies, inflicting internal damage in ways few can withstand. Vision's power is often rated at the level of a city to a multi-city, or even higher in some exceptional cases, due to his ability to bypass the physical durability of his opponents. His speed reaches supersonic levels, and he can unleash attacks at near-light speeds, while his regenerative abilities allow him to recover even from severe physical damage. Within the Avengers lineup, he has always been a key figure in life-or-death battles. One of Vision's greatest achievements is his confrontations with Ultron. Born from the villain's own technology, Vision not only defeated Ultron multiple times, but also destroyed countless drone armies by combining phase-shifting and density-shifting abilities. Vision's phase-shifting ability has also created feats that even cosmic entities fear, directly attacking the inside of their bodies. At one point, Vision used this skill to overwhelm Silver Surfer, coming very close to victory against one of the most powerful entities in the Marvel Universe. Vision is also not to be underestimated. He has faced and fought on equal footing with Wonder Man, withstanding attacks from symbols of strength like Hulk, Thor, and Hercules when at maximum density. This shows that he is not only agile but also resilient enough to survive in the most intense battles. Vision has participated in hundreds of missions with the Avengers, confronting threats of the caliber of Kang the Conqueror, Annihilus, and Super Skrull. In many situations, his machine intelligence and data processing abilities have been key to saving the team from disaster. Vision also demonstrates impressive regenerative abilities, being able to return even after his body is completely destroyed. Furthermore, he infiltrated and controlled Ultron's system, reversing the tide and saving the world in seemingly hopeless moments. In every battle, Vision always chooses the more difficult path. the path of reason and compassion, as an affirmation that even an entity created to destroy can become a great hero. When Cyborg Superman and Vision battled, firstly, in terms of physical strength, Cyborg Superman was almost equal to, and at times even surpassed, Superman. This means he operates at a much higher level than Vision, who is typically assessed at a city to multi-city scale. When compared to entities Henshaw has faced, such as Darkseid, this gap becomes even more apparent. Vision may be agile, but he would struggle to withstand attacks of that level for extended periods. The decisive factor lies in his ability to manipulate technology. As a synthezoid, Vision relies on mechanical structures for survival. Cyborg Superman, on the other hand, is a master of technopathy, capable of infiltrating, controlling, and restructuring any system. Henshaw has manipulated the technology of the Green Lantern Corps and many other alien systems, so interfering with Vision's body wouldn't be too difficult. This is a direct countermeasure, leaving Vision with virtually no chance to employ any tactics. Even Vision's inherent advantage of phase-shifting abilities doesn't guarantee safety. Cyborg Superman exists as a technologically advanced energy consciousness, allowing him to constantly adapt and regenerate. Physical attacks are almost meaningless, while powerful energy forms can still affect Vision. This significantly diminishes Vision's greatest advantage. Vision can regenerate, but there are limitations, and he can be completely destroyed. Conversely, Henshaw is nearly immortal as a digital energy form. Even if his body is destroyed, he can return by acquiring other technology. This turns the fight into a never-ending loop that Vision cannot break. In terms of speed and firepower, Cyborg Superman also has the advantage. He is not only faster but also possesses energy attacks, powerful enough to penetrate Vision's defenses. Combining all these factors, Henshaw has too many advantages to completely control the situation. As soon as the battle begins, Cyborg Superman can infiltrate Vision's system, disabling him or even forcing him to self-destruct. And that's the most terrifying part. Vision may be an excellent warrior, but against an opponent who is both stronger and a direct counter, victory is almost impossible for him. Cyborg Superman is clearly stronger and wins this battle.
What do you think about this fight? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you all very much.